Yo, people, what you telling me? We're back again for another Red Talk Wednesday. Saeed, what's good, my brother?
Yes. What you telling me, Rants? I'm good. Can't complain, man. Alhamdulillah, the weather's sensational. Man, got my steps in and that. You get me? Beautiful. Good Champions League game last night. I'm sure we discussed that. We got our crunch game tomorrow. Like, it's the crunch end of the season. But yeah, man, big up everyone, man. Big up to the chat. Like the video straight away. And yeah, man, how you doing, bro?
I'm good, bro. Like you said, business end of the season now. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, man, it's always good, bro. It's always good, man. Sensational game of football yesterday. Sensational. You know what I'm saying? Football won yesterday.
Yay.
It was beautiful, bro. Like, do you know what I'm saying? There was an attempted terrorist attack by Mikel Arteta, but do you know what I mean? PSG stood firm. Do you know what I mean? Goalkeepers hoofing long balls and do you know what I'm saying? Trying to scumbag set pieces. We saw it all, man. We saw all that skullduggery yesterday, blood. But PSG, bruv, they prevailed, man. Football won yesterday.
Bro, and you know what? Also looking at it's 1-0, man. I'll be real with you. Like, if PSG knew how to finish off the dinner towards the end with Bacola and my man trying to toe poke
Ramos.
Ramos trying to toe poke. I don't know what he's trying to do there. But like they could have really put the game to bed, really. When Arsenal were looking like they ran out of ideas towards the end, they could have really put the game to bed. So like the game is still there, but I still think now they needed to win that game all of a sudden for them to have that belief. Now PSG can go there, and I think this PSG will score more goals. That's the thing. Real Madrid, I think Real Madrid. The thing is, Real Madrid, they rely on so many things. With this team here, they're not relying on one thing, bro. They're so fluid in midfield, wing backs, attack. Bro, that first 35 minutes was a joy to watch, man. I mean, like, bro, it was an absolute joy to watch. The control, the tempo, the movement, the triangles they were creating. Honestly, man, it was sensational, man. And in that 35 minutes as well, they could have really put the game to bed as well. But yeah, man, you know, you had your brother expressions with the fans and that was lit. I can't lie, that was funny, man. I was creasing, man.
Yeah, but, bro, man, take this hating seriously. You know them ones. This is what people don't understand. You know what I mean? It's one of them ones where Arsenal fans got bare chat online, but where was that noise, in the stadium?
Yeah, that's what football does to you, man. You think you know what it is there, I don't even necessarily blame the fans there. I blame, like, bro, football, like Arteta's tactics or whatever, in general, the way Arsenal played, you got to lift the fans sometimes, and you know, PSG just shut them up by just the pure football, bro. Football there, you can't really sing and keep the crowd going when you're getting absolutely bamboozled by a team, bro. You can't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think it was a penalty as well. Shout out to Iceman. I think that's a penalty, me.
It was a penalty. If that's the other way around, and that's Saka that goes down when Timber puts his arm out, they're giving that 100%, bro. Like, whether it was soft or it wasn't soft, it doesn't matter. He's put his arm out with the intentions to stop him from getting by, bro. It's a foul.
You've taken advantage.
Yeah,
he's the one that's taking the advantage there.
Bro, if he doesn't put his arm out, then he runs.
Kelly goes through.
Yeah, so it's a foul.
Yeah, and there was 3 people there as well. So he literally scooped the ball over the top, and then obviously he was like, nah, that's embarrassing, you know. How is there like 3 of us here and he still found a way to get through that little gap there? So you get embarrassed, you then grab onto a man and then you do it. You know what I'm saying to you? And it's like, I think that's a penalty, but I think the referee, they kind of low-key bottled it because they thought, you know what, we don't want this decision to be the reason it goes to 2-0. You feel me? Like, I feel like they did that on purpose, but either way, man, I think PSG, they took off the foot of the gas a little bit towards second half, but then they could have won it. Arsenal, you know what I mean? I'll be honest with you, like, they didn't, like, they had a couple of chances, but they were never really in the game, bro. They were never really on top, if I'm being honest with you.
Yeah, they had a little spell, last 10 minutes.
In the last 10 minutes,
but other than that, they didn't have a sustained period in the game where they looked like they were going to do anything. And when you look at the 2 chances they had, the Martinelli chance, was from nothing, bro. Like they it's not like they were on top and then that chance happened. Yeah, I think Declan Rice broke through. Yeah, Declan Rice broke through and then played the ball through him, and that was literally him stepping. They won the ball back from PSG and then just stepped through and just managed to open them up momentarily, bro. It was a quick, do you know what I mean? Quick counter attack, and that's all they had, bro.
Yeah. And also PSG, you know, when they lose their heads, they make 2 or 3 dumb mistakes. I think Mendy's very lucky. The one where he listen, Saka pushes him a little bit, but it's very, very theatrical.
Oh, Mendes, he was. You know what it is? He was under pressure, and to be honest, he bottled it. Like that's what it was.
He bottled it.
He felt the contact from Saka and he went down, but really, he just felt the pressure and he was like, right, I can't go back to the keeper. He didn't want to put it out for a throw in, and he kind of was in two minds. And Saka made up his mind for him. You know them ones. Like, on another day, a ref not given that.
No,
because it was a minor contact, and he's kind of fallen over because he took too long to make a decision. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
but the situations for Arsenal came about through PSG's mistakes. It weren't like fluid football. Like, apart from maybe the Rice one when he went into midfield, but other than that, like they weren't like PSG were causing Arsenal problems. Like that Kvaratskhelia, man. I've been talking about this guy for a couple of years now.
Yeah. What he done to Timber was crazy, innit? Like bro, the way these man talk about Timber, like he's the best right back in the world. And hey, bro, he made this guy look like a scrub, bro. He made him look like Danny Mills yesterday, bro. I'll be honest, brother, I've never seen him look so bad, innit? And this is what I keep saying, like Arsenal system, mean that their players don't get isolated. They're fullbacks. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's all it is, innit? Like Lewis Skelly, is amazing, in possession for Arsenal because he drifts into and he plays as a midfielder, but without the responsibility of a midfielder. Do you know what I mean? But you don't really see him get isolated in 1v1s, bro. We saw Timber get isolated, and he got butchered. And it wasn't even like man was doing bare skills to get by him. It was just simple, like just taking the ball past him almost at will, bro.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Bro, so different, mate.
You know what it is, for me. The reason why I say dribbling is an art. Like it's honestly, bro. Like even Vinny will allow you to have a bit of space for you to be like, you know what, you've got this. The ball ain't glued onto Vinny's feet. You see Kvaratskhelia, the ball's glued to his feet, bro. So you really can't get him. Like his dribbling is unbelievable, bro. You feel me? And he was just causing massive problems, bro. And what happens is, he'll get to you quickly. So you'll think to yourself, right, you got time, man. Boom, he's already right in front of you. What do you do then? You stick your leg out? Do you then keep away? Like he literally causes you problems, man. That's why I love about Kvaratskhelia. But I really thought for me, they did miss Partey, to be fair, but even with Partey, though,
Partey wouldn't have helped, bro. They couldn't get nowhere near the ball. Saeed, was bad.
He's not in midfield, man. I swear down, You see that front, that three there. And people, by the way, need to give Ruiz a credit as well.
He was the guy yesterday. He was the guy yesterday.
He's cold as well.
The guy yesterday.
But I swear down, bro, Rants,
Partey doesn't help them, bro. I'll be honest. Like, Partey would have made them better because he's more mobile than
and he's good on the ball. He's probably their best ball playing midfielder. Like,
but even so, like he's not what they needed yesterday. I can't lie. They needed three Thomas Parteys yesterday to deal with that midfield, not one.
I get you.
Because Odegaard was nowhere, blood. No shoulder guard, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
And then Rice. So even with Partey, Partey's in midfield by himself. This is the problem. Like against better midfielders, Rice never looks good against like the top midfielders. He never does, bro. Like I've never seen him have a really, really good game, against good midfielders. Like I've never seen it, bro. It just doesn't happen. Yeah, it never happens. He just runs, bro. Yesterday, he was just doing bare cardio, never got near anything yesterday, bro. Like the one good thing he done was that little run that he made before he played the ball into Martinelli. He skipped past like two players, like he broke the lines just running. Like that's it.
It's box to box, isn't it?
And set pieces. Like that's it, bro. Just dropping the ball under the crossbar and praying, bro. Like that's what man does. Like that's literally what he does.
They're so good that midfield three is because them man they suffocate you. Like, and this is why I say I'm not saying they're Xavi, Iniesta, Busquets here, but what Xavi and Busquets did was they're more
mobile though.
Yeah, they're more mobile, 100%, but they will still suffocate you to like, you think you've got the ball, but you haven't. Man, just pop it about, bang, 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 and then it's like, you think you're right. Let me go press João Neves. That's not a small you know. Yeah. Brother, this guy, he's just floating.
Brother, and Vitinha, bro. Vitinha's just dinking the ball past people, doing shit. And the maddest thing about PSG, what people don't realize is the tenacity. When they lose the ball, yeah,
they want it back.
They want it back now, bro. Like, and this is what I said. I said the mobility of this midfield would kill Arsenal. Like, I knew the reason why, yeah, they had fun, yeah, with Real Madrid is because Modric is 40, bro. Do you know what I mean? And Jude Bellingham hasn't got the press resistance to do what PSG did. Do you see what I'm saying? Arsenal couldn't get the ball back at all, bro. They got to the point where they just started sitting off because they knew they couldn't get the ball back. And then even when they did sit off, PSG were breaking their pressure, yeah, at walking pace, bro. It was just quick one-touch passing. It wasn't even like they had to work hard to break them down. They were just stepping through them, bro. Like it was, bro. I can't lie. Second leg's gonna be a madness,
bro. Second leg, they're gonna keep that, bro. Like imagine
second leg, they're gonna smash them up, Saeed, bro. I reckon it's gonna be like 3-4.
Even though there's a chance for Arsenal, imagine that feeling of get to a final by just beating Arsenal. Obviously, they don't have to win here, but
at home, bruv, with them fans. Bruv, did you see what they were doing? I started seeing some of the stuff from the stands here. Them man were just having a rave, blood, for the whole game.
Oh, I love them. I need to go to a game where we're like in that section. I need to shout that Stuart guy, man, and just be in that PSG Ultra section because that's a vibe, you know. You got the Mandem one side, you got the Moroccans one side, the Algerians one side.
Yeah, it was
know what I mean, bro? You like it's a combination, you know. You know what I mean, bro? Like it's a madness in there in that French section, bro. Look mental, bro. Them man there, bro. They're just different, bro. And for me, they cannot let them down. But that fear, you see that fear, yeah, within that crowd and what they're gonna give, they're not gonna lose that game. I said it from the get go. I think PSG are too strong for Arsenal. You know what I mean? I just think in general they've just got better players. They've got better fluidity. They've got a better system. They've got a better manager. They just got better players in all, if I'm being honest with you, bro. Like, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying to you, bro? That's just the way it goes, bro. So, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. For me, yeah, man. Saka got pocketed by...
Bruv, listen, I told man about the Nuno Mendes penitentiary, blood. Mo Salah was in there last time. And now it's Salah. Bro. That's why you have to put respect on Jadon Sancho. Because what Sancho done to that youth, yeah... Brother, man was saying he was shit after what Sancho done to him. Do you know what I mean? And bro, it's never happened again since. Do you know what I mean? So you have to put some respect on my guy Jadon Sancho, bro. I'm telling you, it's not easy coming up against a defender like that and holding your own, bro, because this guy's a serious guy, you know.
Yo, serious, man. You know what it is with Mendes? It's not about speed because he'll beat you with speed.
It's skill, bro. You can't pay some power, Mendes.
No, you can't.
Saka couldn't do it. Salah couldn't do it. You can't pay some power, this brother.
Nah, you can't, bro. Like he didn't have nothing on him, bro. And you know, I mean, Salah tried to do the same thing as well. Couldn't do anything. You feel me? And like, don't get me wrong. Like Mendes still for me is a wicked baller, innit? But he can be got. Listen, nothing on that side, bro. Absolutely nothing. And then you know, even Hakimi on the other side as well. I don't think he did anything special, Martinelli. You feel me?
He was brilliant
one time, and that was it. And that was it, bro. So then I got silenced, and yeah, man. I think football needs a Barcelona PSG final, man. I said it, man.
I agree. I want PSG to win. I want PSG to win it, bro. I think they've played the best football, and also
I think they have. I think they have low key.
PSG winning it, after getting rid of Mbappe as well, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Because Mbappe went to Real Madrid to win the Champions League. He must have. You know them ones, because like, what did he go there to win, bro?
The story of that would be sensational.
Come on.
And then imagine PSG just tweet something about loyalty. Imagine you stayed or something like that or whatever.
Brother, he still wanted that loyalty bonus. Brother, they ain't paying him.
Yeah. And imagine they tweeted like, "Do you want that loyalty bonus now?"
Brother, listen, I'm PSG all the way, bro. All the way, bro.
Man, it's gonna be a good final, man.
It is. Yamal's my baller, but PSG, the football they've played, has been so beautiful,
I love it.
Like, they deserve it,
bro. Because you know what it is, For those that are old enough, you remember, like PSG were never meant to be like this. Their project started with Ronaldinho, JJ Okocha, Djorkaeff, and them.
Arteta was there.
Arteta was in there. You know what I'm saying? It's funny. Their story actually started by a team that was actually like, rah. They've come out of nowhere. They're relatively unknown. They weren't part of the big kind of teams like Marseille and them, man. Marseille and them were the original top dogs. You feel me? Back in French football when they won the Champions League, etc., etc. So you see this team, they had players like that. You're thinking, rah, this is a lovely team here. Ronaldinho, bang, this, you know, and then they lost their way, man. You know what I'm saying? And obviously, it looked good by when they got Neymar and that, but then Eagles got aside. Then people,
I think that they were doing the wrong thing. They tried the Galactico approach, but when you look at Real Madrid's Galacticos, they didn't win as much as they're supposed to win anyway. It's not the way to build. Whereas look at Man City. Man City copied the Barcelona model, and that's why Man City have been as succcepul as they are. This Galactico model does not work, bro.
Nah, bro.
It doesn't work.
Doesn't work, bro. Because you know what it is, bro. What's the old saying? Square pegs in round holes. Like that's what Real Madrid are doing right now. They've got Jude Bellingham, who isn't really a 10. You've got Rodrigo, who's playing better on the left, and we know he's better on the left, but they're putting Vinny there. They got Mbappe on the front, up front, but really and truly, he's probably better on the left.
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah,
you know what I mean, bro? So they're just kind of like doing things for the sake of it because they've got names. They're putting Valverde at right back all the time when it's like, bro, put him in midfield, but then they've got to do that and they've got injuries or whatever. It's like there's so much issues there, and that's why you have to give credit to Luis Enrique. Luis Enrique said, you know what? Forget this, bro. Like, I'm not doing this again. Yeah, I had MSN, but that was a real Barcelona team that had real footballers. You feel me? That wanted to play for each other. MSN, they wanted to play for each other. There weren't no beef and that. Them man was scoring goals for fun together. This team, it wasn't like this. They had too many egos. They didn't really like each other. And he was like, bro, I ain't getting embarrassed again, bro. I've done the whole MSN thing. I don't need to do it again. And fair play is he's put a team out there. He dished out Ugarte to us and then upgraded.
Bro.
Actually, you know what, man? I actually like yesterday hit me badly, you know, Rants, you know, because I was like, yeah, we got fleeced, man, in terms of like the upgrade. Like, you know, like
yeah, but even the João Neves thing, yeah, bro. I'll be real, yeah. It's like he only looks that good, yeah, because. Ugarte shit, bro. Like when I look at João Neves, he just works hard, innit? Like he's nowhere good. He's just a tenacious tackler, bro. That's all he is, bro. I'll be honest, bro. Like on the ball, he ain't as good as the other two guys. He's not, bro. Like he's not as good as them two other guys. He just got bare energy, bro. Like and he just tackles, man. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like this Brer, I can't lie, yeah. It's one of them ones. I don't even think he's better than Enzo, bro. And I don't even rate Enzo. Like yeah, bro. At Chelsea, they're a similar kind of player. They just run, bruv. Like
I don't know, man. I'm not gonna lie to you, Rants. I think he's very, very technically good.
I don't. I think he's technically at the level that I think he's technically at the level that you should be, yeah, when you're playing at a top team. But I don't think he's special technically at all.
He's just special.
He's just a tackler, bro. He's an ankle biter.
Oh nah, that is very, very harsh. Rants, I can't lie to you. I think his game, like, don't get me wrong, like he nibbles at you, so he wins the ball back. So he's quite small, isn't it? So he's good at just getting the ball and getting it off you. Like that's what he does. But
that's what he does. Like, bro, he's Ugarte. What Ugarte would be if Ugarte was just mildly technical, like just mildly. Like that's it. He does what Ugarte does. He's just better on the ball, but he's not a special footballer. There's nothing special about it. He just runs, wins the ball. Passes it 5 yards. That's it.
I honestly, guys, I think you're being very harsh. See why you're being very harsh? Ugarte, when you press him, it ain't gonna do what Neves does. Neves can drop a shoulder.
Yeah, but that's the point. I'm talking about being technically competent, bro.
When he receives the ball,
I'm not saying he's not amazing. Dropping a shoulder, and being press resistant is not, bro. That's the base. That's the base level for most fucking midfielders. Like you're a professional.
I think on the ball when people are pressing him. I think I see the way he just moves or glides across. He's very good on the ball, at receiving the ball in tight spaces. I look at him and I'm like, yo, this guy can control games for me as well in that 6 role as well. I think for me, they complement each other. And Vitinha is a better player. We know Vitinha is a better player.
No, but I think we're praising him for doing basic shit that professional.
No, it's basic, bro. I don't think
it is basic. It is basic. You said, dropping a shoulder. That's basic. If you're a midfielder, midfielder, you should be able to receive the ball,
No, but to do it on a high level
and evade pressure.
Now, to do it on a high level, do it when you're under pressure constantly. You see him, you're like, right, how's he got out of this? How's he got out of there? And then you look
no,
at
but
it.
I don't see that though.
You don't
I
see
don't
that.
see that. I don't see that. No, how he got out of there is when Vitinha got pressed and he just scooped the ball over my man and then flicked it round the corner. Yeah, like Neves ain't doing that. Neves is gonna win the ball, yeah. Pop it off, get
Maybe
it back, energy.
Maybe you might not rate him now. Maybe you'll say, you know
nah,
what,
bro. Listen, I know what kind of player he is, bro. He's an energy player that wins the ball and he's just good on the ball.
No.
Them kind of players, yeah. When I was growing up, yeah, those were your guys, yeah, that you looked at and you said, yeah, they're good to have in your team. But we wasn't lauding these guys like they were big money players, bro. They just ran out there.
He was only what, 60 odd million? 60 odd
only
million.
60 million, bro. Listen,
I think he was 60 million-ish.
Come on, brother. Like, I'll be real, yeah. It's one of them ones where when I look at players like that, yeah, like that profile of player, that's a 40 million pound player, bro. That's
it probably was. Obviously, Benfica always fleece people, innit?
I know, but what I'm saying is people are overcooking it, bro. Do you know what I mean? Because he does a similar job to what someone like an Edison would do, yeah, and like just win the ball. And I'm not looking at Edison saying he's fucking unbelievable. And Edison's a great ball winner as well, but there's a lot of parts of Edison's game, yeah, that I'm not putting him in the same convo as the Vitinhas and stuff like that. I think Edison's better than him.
He's on his own level, though, isn't it? Vitinha's on his own level.
I just think people are gassing Neves more, yeah, because of the teams he's been linked with and the midfield he's playing in. I think he's a good player, but
you think he's being carried? What are you trying to say?
I'm not saying he's being carried, but what I'm saying is, yeah, out of the three of them, he's the only one that doesn't really have a profile. You know them ones? Because if you look at Vitinha, he's the one that controls the tempo, puts his foot on the ball. Fabian's the guy that cleans up, and then he's just the guy that's in the middle, just destroying, like just running around. He does the Ugarte thing, but he just does it with more tech.
I still believe it's an important cog in the team, though, for the way that midfield works. Though the great thing I like about it is that they really don't have okay, Vitinha has maybe a great sense of purpose, but I still think the three work so good because of the way they are. So then you win the ball maybe with
the balance is perfect. It's the best balanced midfield in Europe. I've said this already, like many times.
Yeah, but that's why I think sometimes, with Ugarte, maybe we're a bit harsh on him because we didn't bring the balance with him.
No, fuck the balance, bro.
No. Hold on a minute. If we didn't, hold on a minute. Now on the Rants, we have to be fair. If we bought Sander Berge alongside Ugarte, would Ugarte look better? Yes or no?
Yeah, but we'd still be saying, "Yo, get Ugarte out here. Let's get another baller next to him."
I don't think we would be as harsh because we would have a guy next to him that was competent on the ball, so we wouldn't see as many flaws in Ugarte's game. It maybe would have been.
We would see it, Saeed, because when we're chasing the game, we still say, "Get this guy off. What's he doing?"
Don't get me wrong. We want to say he's like amazing and whatnot, but I'm saying to you, his game, for what he's trying to do and what he's been told to do, when you have a Sander Berge alongside him, I just think for me, it kind of takes away that pressure. So then you've got Sander Berge dictating the game, Sander Berge collecting the ball from deep, Sander Berge doing this. You get me? Like Sander Berge is the one that's the main midfielder.
But here's the caveat to that. If you're playing in a team that's going to have the majority of possession, look at PSG yesterday. They had about 70% of the ball for most of the game,
But we're not possession team anyway. But
but we're supposed to be, because when you look at the managers,
I'm not seeing that.
You look at the manager's possession stats. He talks about how much of the ball we have. If you're a team that has the majority of the ball, you don't need a player like Ugarte. A player like Ugarte is better for a team like Forest to average 40% of the ball.
Yeah, but that's why they got rid of him, though.
Precisely.
And that's why they brought in Neves.
But this is my point.
With Neves, you're not going to lose the ball. This is what I mean. Like, with Neves, that's why I think he was brought in, because Ugarte wasn't good enough to keep the ball as much. And under pressure, you got to understand that why they brought him in was like, you know what? Okay, cool. Ugarte doesn't fit that. We've got Neves in here. He'll complement what we have better. And Ugarte right now, he don't complement nothing. Because let's be honest, his job wasn't to come in and be this brilliant midfielder on the ball. Like, we misprofiled him in that aspect, and we didn't bring alongside him to kind of almost take that pressure away. Because we've seen it with other players in certain teams. You're like, hold on a minute, that player there. Because if I look at Rice here, if Rice is on his own in midfield, I don't think it works. If you put him next to Partey's a bit more competent on the ball.
Yeah, but that's why Partey and Rice works, and that's why, and that is also why Jorginho and Rice works, because Jorginho's the first.
Yeah, Jorginho's the one.
Rice can't be the first phase guy. Yes, you're right. However, when I look at Ugarte, that is not a profile of midfielder that is needed, for a team to be cohesive. It's not needed, and this is what I'm saying, and that's my this is my thing, because the difference between him and João Neves, is that João Neves is technically competent enough, that he becomes useful in that PSG team. If he has Ugarte's feet, then he's just a runner. Do you know what I'm saying? Neves isn't just a runner, because he can get involved in the give and go as well, and he can rotate and he can drop into the first phase if he's needed. And it doesn't take a massive level of skill, to be able to do that. It just takes basic competence. The problem with Ugarte is he's not competent, bro. Like on the ball, he's not competent. So this is what it is, and this is why I think, when I'm looking at Neves, for instance, on the ball, it's like he does a very, very similar job to like what a Fred did. Do you know what I mean? He's just got the low center of gravity and he's a bit more like tidy on the ball. But I don't look at his profile of a player being super, super rare.
No, it's not rare.
Super hard to find. No. It's like there's loads of players like that in the game.
It was an upgrade on Ugarte. That's what it was.
Come on, bro. Listen, like upgrade on Ugarte. Like, bro, we could, brother. There's upgrades in Ugarte in every team in the Premier League.
That's what I'm saying.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Though, why I'm a bit more, I'm not saying pissed off at it, but I'm like, man, it's because they gave us Ugarte for a big sum of money, let's be honest, to go get someone who's better than him and could do the job better.
You're right, but we're stupid. We're stupid because
I know.
We're giving them the money.
We both of us and the chat, we wanted another midfield alongside Ugarte. You couldn't bring him on his own. Think, that's it, sorted now. Same when we brought Paul Pogba, thinking, Paul Pogba's going to do everything. He's an all-action midfielder. Then we slate Paul Pogba for it.
Paul Pogba's never been that. Do you know what I mean? And this is the problem. Man United's profiling of players have been the worst thing that I've ever seen.
Worst.
This is the problem. Do you know what I mean? This is the problem, because at the end of the day, when we look at the profile of players, like for instance, João Neves' profile, there's loads of athletic, box-to-box ish kind of midfielders that you could say could do a similar job. They're out there. Like someone said, Onana there. You look at
Onana's the thing is, you know, a lot of these United fans, they say Onana's the answer. I'm telling you now, they're going to sign Onana as well.
No, but Onana he needs to have a controller there as well. Do you understand what I'm saying? Exactly. But they need to understand the profile. Even Kone that we've got at Man United, he's a similar player. He plays in between the two areas. Do you know what I mean? When you look at midfielders like Romeo Lavia and stuff like that, bro. Do you know what I mean? If you can give me a fully fit Lavia, bro, I'll take a fully fit Lavia over Neves any day of the week, bro. Neves can't chat to Lavia, bro. I'll be honest.
Lavia's a bad boy. Lavia's a bad boy.
But this is what I'm saying. Exactly. But like, we're not going to pretend that like that mode of midfielder, like that plays in between, is super, super rare. Like, it's not super rare, bro. One thing that Neves has, is he's very small, innit? And he covers ground quickly. And for PSG, that's amazing. Do you know what I'm saying? Because the physicality is not that important. You stick man in a Prem team, and you're 5'6", then all of a sudden, the reason why Vitinha didn't work in the Prem is what they're saying.
Was at Wolves, you know.
But he's 5'7", bro, and he plays in the control room. But it's not an age thing, because he hasn't improved in his ability. It's because of his stature. The Premier League's not the same as everywhere else. Do you know what I mean? So you need to put these guys in the system.
Also, the Premier League don't have a sense of pride on the ball as well. It's all about physicality.
Precisely. But this is my point. So when I was breaking down the Arsenal PSG game, I said that when you look at João Neves, you look at Vitinha, and then you look at PSG's front three. Take them out the game, then they can't defend set pieces. You got two midfielders that are 5'7". And then you've got Varashelia, Dembele, and Doue, who are not defending. So now, Arsenal's physicality and how robust their team is, their only way to score was going to be aerially. And that's how they ended up scoring the offside goal. But that's Arsenal's only chance, bro. I said, when the ball's on the floor, when the ball's on the floor, Arsenal never stood a chance. And I seen that before the game, because they moved the ball too quick. Do you know what I'm saying? So when we look at the physicality of the team, Arsenal's only way to win was to rough them up, and they couldn't even get anywhere near the ball to rough them up. I told Joe he was closer to the ball than the Arsenal players, and he was doing that mascot yesterday. You know them ones there, bro.
Yes, they do that, by the way.
I think, bro, I thought he had more touches than Odegaard, bro. Do you know what I mean? I see my man doing the Champions League thing.
Bro,
you know what I mean? Hey,
bro,
like a 6-year-old. I was like, bro, Joe, man, Make a Wish Foundation, Joe, blood.
Bro,
you know
that's crazy. Bro, it's
unbelievable. They had him as a mascot, bro, at the game. I was like, fuck you know. You know what I mean? Arsenal did everything. Them man were cutting promos before the game. I'm starting to see, bro, Arteta doing face to camera edits and that. Bro, they cut the most promos, you know. Them man had Joe doing up Ball Boy yesterday, a big age Joe, you know. Hey.
Even in Tifo, that was embarrassing, Tifo, mate.
Come on, bro.
Nah, real talk, though. What is it with us, man, with these Tifos, man? Even United's one was dead as well, man. Like, bro, get a good Tifo, man. Flipping out, bro. What the hell was that Tifo? Just a cannon, basically. That's all it was. It's a cannon, basically. I was like, bro, that ain't gonna strike. You're supposed to strike fear into. When you see a Tifo, you look up, you're thinking, shit. You see when Copenhagen, what did they have on there? One I forgot. Welcome to Hell or something like that. They had, I think.
Yeah, I remember the Welcome to Hell thing. I thought that was
like that. You're like, shit. Like even as a fan, you kind of lose your little bit of mojo and that you had, bro. And I'm like, bro, you gotta do something, bro. And then when the football happened, bro, it's like, you know, they complain about the noise and that, but really and truly, that's why I'm glad football won yesterday in terms of, and I want a PSG Barcelona final because I don't want it to be known as a set piece goal, man, that went in. You know, or this went in and whatnot. I want it to be two teams that play good football and we get a final. We get the best two teams of the Champions League. You feel me? Like, listen, Dortmund had their fair, like, they got to the final on merit last year, Dortmund, because they played good football last year. You feel me? When they had the combinations and that.
I think it would be amazing, man. And I think, remember, Luis Enrique won it with Barca, and to win it against Barca. Do you know what I mean?
Especially, yeah.
I think it would be amazing. It'd be poetic, especially after everything that he's gone through in his personal life and everything.
Yeah.
I think it would just be sick. Like, you know, them ones, like, what a 360 moment. Like, it would be like, and I just think that he deserves it, man. The brand of football that he's bringing back to the game, especially at a time where it's needed, because this is the lowest I've ever seen it. Like, it's been the worst thing to watch. Like, I've never felt. Football's never felt more like a chore to watch than now. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the way that he's got these lot playing, the way he's managed to put loads of exciting players together, do you know what I'm saying? Like, even when they signed Doue, for instance, I was like, why are they signing him? Like, where are they going to play him?
He just stopped playing. You don't rate him, innit?
I don't. He just stopped playing strikers. And I was like, yo, like, this is crazy. Because remember, they had Ramos and they had the French youth. What's his name? Colomwani. Like, why they signing Doue? Bro, he fucked Colomwani off and he benched Ramos and said, bro, I'm not playing a striker. I was like, whoa, I didn't see that coming.
You know what it is with Doue, man? If he just simplifies his game a little bit.
He's not going to, bro. He's got that bozo gene like Rashford, bro. He's got that Rashford gene, bro. I swear down.
Like, nah, bro. Well, like, you know, I do think he's an exciting player to watch and that. Like,
but he's a light skin maximum, bro. I'm telling you, like, he's not gonna change, Saeed. He's not gonna change. I swear down, bro. I promise you, I promise you, he's not gonna change, bro. He will not mature, bro. Like that is not something you can coach out of a player, bro. Like you can't. It's too late, bro.
You know what it is, bro? I just feel like sometimes it's like, you know, when you just need to go past the player, like stop the step over now. You've gone past him.
Yeah, like, but he does the step overs nowhere near the player. He doesn't even do it to go past the player. He does it, just to like, I don't know, like it's a twitch or something, like a tick. Like man's got step over Tourette's, bro. Like you just be stepping over the ball, like bro, for no reason.
Crazy.
Like, there's nowhere near him. And he's spamming
I'm the shuffling that. What are you trying to say? I'm the shuffle.
Bro, it's mad, bro. I can't lie. Man's doing the step over Tourette's, bro. And it's like, it's not serious. And he does it in the wrong places. Man is saying, he's only 19, bro. Dembele.
No.
Dembele was running at players, bro. He wasn't just doing step overs in space, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? He wasn't doing that. He was doing step overs at space. This guy is doing step overs with no one around him, slowing the game all the way down. Bro.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I think if he himself, takes it out of his game and says, you know what, let me simplify. Because I generally think for me, if he just simplifies it, he could be a cold player. Because if he does, like Dembele now, he's not doing them skills anymore. Have you noticed? He ain't. It's just being direct.
Yeah, but also I think the injuries took that out of Dembele's game as well. Like I feel like the injuries have forced him to change his game because he's lost a bit.
That's
you know,
that's a fair shout.
I think he's lost a bit. But the thing is with Doue, which is frustrating for me, is that it's not like you're the main man in the team. You know them ones. Like you've got examples there. You've got Dembele there. You've got Varashelia, two guys here that are super effective, and they simplify everything. And it's like, who are you playing for? Because are you playing for the team or are you playing for yourself? Because if you're playing for the team, most of the time you'd move the ball way faster than that. Because PSG moves the ball really fast. You're the only one playing at that pace. So it's like you're playing by yourself because everyone else is going boom, 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 boom. Even Varashelia, when he receives the ball, he's just straight at the fullback. There's no fucking about. There's no lele. This guy Doue step over, shake a leg, step over. It's like, bro, and then man are running off him and he's just ignoring them. He's just
ignoring,
I'm like, come on, man.
I think obviously he's trying to be the main character in it because obviously he feels like you've got to be a bit different in it because you've got Kvaratskhelia who's the straight dribbler. You've got Dembele who's direct, and he's trying to do a bit. He wants to be that, he wants to spice up a little bit, which I can understand because he's at that age now where he's excited and he's trying to impress people in it. But I'm not gonna lie to you, I still think he's an exciting player. And
he is exciting, but
he's exciting to watch.
He's exciting for TikTok. You know what I mean? But I was trying to win the game yesterday. He's pissing me off. The chance that he missed, by the way, no one's talking about it.
Which
no one's talking about it. But they're saying that's a great save from the keeper. It was straight at the keeper.
I don't know, but that's a bit harsh. I think Raya has
it was straight at Raya, bro. It wasn't in the corner of the shot.
Was it straight at Raya? Raya did a good job of saving that.
Watch it again, my brother.
I need to watch it again. Maybe I need to watch it again. I think that's a good save. I think that's a good save.
That was straight down man's throat like a paracetamol, blood. I'm telling you. That was not in the corner. If that's in the corner, he scores.
No, of course.
That's in the corner, he scores.
It's in an angle where it helps Raya. You know what I mean? 100%.
Yeah, because he was straight at him.
But I still think Raya has to still react to it because I think it goes through.
He gets down well. He gets down well.
Because you got to remember, I think Raya doesn't really see it as much as well. So, but honestly, on the thingy, he probably doesn't get enough power on it. I think if he gets the power and accuracy,
it's the direction, bro. It's not the power.
Yeah. But I think it was a good save for me personally. But I get what you mean, though.
I just have an issue with players overcomplicating the game because people are saying, when Ronaldo was younger, he used to do loads of tricks. But when you were watching Ronaldo, he was always positive with his dribbling. He was always running towards the other team's goal. He would do step overs, and he'll be running forward. He's always trying to get into the box. Literally, on his debut, he won a penalty because he was just running at them. Do you know what I'm saying? Doue just does step over, standing still, like he's not even trying to get past the player. He's just doing, it's like a tick, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it's like man's got Tourette's.
Bro, I think you know what it is, bro. It's just kind of almost like I don't know if he's just trying to do. He's obviously doing too much, But in that moment there, if he could be a bit more direct, bro, because he's got the speed, he's got the dribbling, he's got like a bit of everything at his age right now, and he just needs to just do a bit more, bro. You know what I mean? And then obviously, less is more with him. Less is more with Doue because he's got all the attributes to skip past you. He can skip past you. You see him when I think he tried. Was it a turn he did on someone? He sent Rice to the shops.
Remember that, Rice? It was great. He sat him down, bro. But then after you do that, release the ball, bro.
Release the ball. Yeah.
After you do that, release the ball. Because the thing is, what a lot of these young football fans don't understand, just because a player, is young, it doesn't mean that they're gonna improve. What happened to Mbappe?
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like people think just because a player's young, the natural progression of a player is to get better and better and better. But progress is not linear in life. It isn't, bro, and it never has been. There's some people that progress steadily over years, and there's some people that go up like that and then they slowly just fall down, bro. You see it all the time in every walk of life, bro. You even see it in the YouTube game. There's certain men that come out of nowhere, go viral, do really, really well. And then 3 years later, everyone's asking, what happened to so-and-so? Do you know what I'm saying? And then there's certain men that have been here for nearly 10 years like me, and I'm still growing 10 years later. Do you know what I mean? Like everyone's success don't look the same. Do you know what I'm saying? So I've seen loads of footballers, that you see them when they're young, bro. Adnan Januzaj, and you're like, oh my days, they gave him Ryan Giggs' shirt. He was meant to be Ryan Giggs. What the fuck? What happened to it? Do you know what I mean? Not everyone fucking progresses the same, bro. Like he's got ability, yeah, but football's played up here. If this doesn't change, yeah, he's gonna be one of them streets won't forget players. He'll be in St. Maxim.
Wow.
That's what will happen. If he doesn't start making the right decisions in the next couple of years, especially at a team like Felix is another example. Do you know what I'm saying? Felix went for 100 and something million.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? And now everyone's saying, yo, like nobody wants the youth no more. He's at a club right now that if he doesn't start improving, yeah, they'll just replace him because they've got the money for it.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what will happen. And then before you know it, he's been at 4 clubs in 5 years, bro. That's what happened. So people are like, oh, Rants, he's young. Bro, listen, you don't get time in football.
They're all especially about that. You only got to look at Barcola, like he was in favor, and then back now he's
look how Don was talking about Barcola, yeah, a season ago. Now this guy, bro, now he's a bench player.
Yeah.
What happened to Leao, bro? You man told me that Leao was the best thing since sliced bread, yeah, 70 million. What happened to him? I've not heard his name this season.
No, nothing. You get me?
Bro, you see how quickly football fans forget about players?
Yeah, no, 100%. Yeah, 100%. But you have to keep consistent in what you're doing, and also you got to make sure that you have the natural kind of talent as well, because when you're doing all of this and you're doing the most and you're trying to impress, I think that's where it becomes, and also the hype comes in as well. You feel me? He's got to keep himself grounded in it and let him know that, yo, I'm a team player first. So, and this is where maybe the guys that simplify their game, they don't really get their flowers, man. Maybe that's the way the football's going now. Like talent that really just simplify their game, and you know what you're getting with them. They don't really get the flowers. But
I think pure football fans see them, bro. Because like yesterday, Neves made a really good tackle in the box on Marino.
Yeah,
he was. Remember, and everyone was saying, like he had such a great game, this, that, and the other, bro. Fabian, was so good yesterday, but everything he did was not a highlight, bro. So Vitinha and Neves had done more the action stuff, but Fabian was doing the stuff that only if you understand what you're watching, you realize that he just controlled that whole midfield. He was putting out fires here before they started. He was that guy. And because of that, you didn't, like, if you don't know what you're watching, you don't understand that he's controlling that game, like controlled everything about it. Before there was even danger, Cruyff turned out the way, goodbye, no danger.
Yeah.
That's it. And man are thinking, right, like, man are not really saying, you're not mentioning him because he's just gliding into the game.
I remember him when he was at Napoli in 2022. Was it? No, actually 2019, yeah. I remember United, I was saying, yo, go and get him, man. Go and get him. And again, PSG came out of nowhere and just bought him, bro. PSG are very good at buying these sort of talents, early, like, and just getting them. And listen, if it doesn't work out in 2-3 years, they sell him anyway. That's what big clubs do. But, bro, they're very early. They go in there early, bro. Every talent now, I always think to myself, yeah, United are going to go for him. I remember Marquinhos. United were linked with Marquinhos. They got him early. They're getting Mendes early. They're quick, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Whoever's built their squad over time, they're slowly starting to get it right.
Yeah.
What I mean? They're slowly starting to get it right. And the scary thing about them is they can actually get better. They can get better because they could strengthen centre-back, whereas both their centre-backs are suspect.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they could definitely get a striker as well. So they could definitely strengthen, and they're strong right now.
Yeah. You got to give Luis Campos, man. That summer he did a madness, bro. You know what I mean? He's a top, like he's got connections, bro. I always thought someone like a Campos. And then I remember United, bro, again, another one when United didn't get De Jong. Guess what they did? They didn't really look around. And guess who was available for 35 million euros? Vitinha. What did PSG do? They got him ahead of United. You see what it is? Bro, it's like you just got to be quick, bro, for 35 million, bro. Come on, man. You're laughing, bro. And this is the thing, though. And then we went to Casemiro, who was the opposite of De Jong. You know what I mean?
The thing is, Casemiro was a great signing, but again, not with who we had.
Yes.
You know them ones. If you had Casemiro with a Matic and with a Pogba, all of a sudden, that midfield three is a joke. Casemiro, Pogba, and Matic. Hey, bro, listen.
Yeah.
The problem with Man United is we had all the right players, just all at the wrong time.
That's it. That's exactly it, bro. we buy players and we're like, okay, cool, right? Do you do something now here? And it's like, well, so where do I actually play? What do I do here? What's my purpose here? Feel me? And that's the problem with us and our recruitment is that we buy players, but it don't really make sense. And then later on, we go and say, right, it's got to work, and he's been deemed as a flop or whatever. Like, it don't work like that, bro. Do you know what I mean? We're trying to get away from that now, and we're linked with that River Play guy. He looks like a baller. We're getting the
bro. What's that news though? The news, man, saying that he wants to go Real Madrid. If he wants to go to Real Madrid, he can fuck off to Real Madrid, bro. I'll be honest. Like,
bro, I think this is fake. You know why it's fake here? Because, bro, I feel like everyone's gonna wait for Real Madrid in a sense. Like they're gonna put that news story out there, so there's a bit of more of a buzz around the player.
So you reckon this is an agent or something?
It's an agent thing, man. Get more money. Who can I link with? Let's get Real Madrid. Let's get Man United, and let's create a story. I think that's what it is. No one really. United are very interested in him, but if you could be the worst player here, you're gonna be linked to Real Madrid somehow. Somehow you're gonna be linked to Real Madrid, bro. You get me? Like, it's just another.
Yeah, but also with South American and them South American brothers, man.
They love
they love a Real Madrid or a Barca.
They love a Real Madrid, bro.
Like I'm not even really trying to argue with the brother. Like, you argue to get the brother to England. You don't even speak the language anyway, and he's not trying to learn it. You know the ones. Tevez was here the whole time. This bro don't even know how to order a taxi, bro. Like, do you know what I'm saying? It was all mad, bro. So it's like them man don't really want to be. They don't really want to be here. Like, I'll be real, not really.
No, they don't really want to be here, bro. They don't really want to be here. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Ronaldo always really wanted to be at Real Madrid, but I just feel for me, it's like, but that's where these players have got to relax. But look at Arda Güler. Are you watching Arda Güler?
Bro, between Arda Güler and Endrick, I'm like, bro, if I was the agent, but the thing is, agents only care about money.
Bro.
If I was the agent, I'll be saying, bro, like, hold on a minute. Like, you see these men are not playing, right? You know what I'm saying? What? So you want to go there and do what?
It's a name, bro. It's a brand. It's the agent thinking, I've got my player at Real Madrid, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, forget anything else, yeah? My player plays for Real Madrid. Even the national team, they've got to now play him because he plays for Real Madrid.
Yeah.
I'm trying to say, like, that in itself for the whole country, but these ballers now, River Plate, all of a sudden, River Plate and next one, they want to let's take it to Real Madrid. Because then now
he's left-footed like Arda Güler.
Yeah, I know.
So if Arda's not playing, why are you gonna play? Why are you gonna play?
But listen, like even James Rodriguez, bro, why did he go to Real Madrid? Like, real talk, and he should never went Real Madrid.
But he went Real Madrid off the back of a great tournament. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%, bro. So I think for me, it's one of them where like Real Madrid, maybe it might change because Ancelotti, well, it's supposed to be leaving, but apparently they're blocking his move. Luis Enrique is blocking the move. Did you see the story?
No,
he's blocking the move so you don't have to pay him out, basically, innit? So he's trying to block the move.
What do you mean? You mean Perez, you mean?
Yeah, Perez is trying to block Ancelotti's move to Brazil because they don't want to pay an exit fee. You get me?
But why would they pay a fee if he's the one that wants to leave?
I don't know. I don't something in the contract. I don't know what it is. They said there's got to be some sort of fee they got to pay.
Man said you can leave, yeah, but you're leaving on my terms, you know.
You're on my terms. But Perez is just he's a madman, innit? He don't give a shit, bro, who you are, innit? You feel me? So when I look at that, maybe he's looking at it from a point of view of, you know what, like Ancelotti leaves, and then there could be an evolution where young kids come in, but they're always going to be a Galactico team, bro. Like, they like Real Madrid, yeah, don't get me wrong, they produce talent, but it's mainly centre backs. It's mainly kind of like, you know what I'm saying, like players that come from a different, like
them industrious players. They don't produce, they don't produce the glamorous players.
Really. Glamorous, they don't produce it, bro. Like they don't, like Real Madrid, Barcelona produced the Lamine Yamals, the Kovacic, the ones that can actually play football, like. You know what I mean? But they then produce them sort of players, bro. Not what do you call it? Not thingy, bro. So yeah, but like
they're not known for that.
Yeah, Guti was the last one.
Yeah, he was the last one because even Sergio Ramos, they bought him as well.
They bought from Sevilla. Yeah, they bought from Sevilla. You know what I mean? So they're trying to just buy it, bro. That's what they're trying to do right now. They're just trying to buy the best young talent in world football.
No, but if you notice, they're not even really buying man no more because they've exploited the free agency.
Yeah,
quite frequently, bro. Something tells me Real Madrid ain't got the money that they say they have.
Yeah, and that's why I always say, really, did Real Madrid really want Lenny Euro? Like, you know what I mean? Like they
did on a free. You know what I mean?
Free. You know what I'm saying to you? So it's like United, they got their job done. Like they had to pay a little bit over the odds, but Lenny Euro also wanted United. Like, let's not get it twisted, bro. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like they can claim that they say, oh, he was waiting for Madrid, but he said, nah, United have come after me. United's still a big club. I'm gonna go there.
Yeah, Lenny Euro didn't feel like Real Madrid wanted him enough, and also he saw what was in front of him as well.
Exactly.
And he chose us because of that. Do you know what I mean? Because he knew that he was going to play at Man United, and he didn't know that he was going to play at Real Madrid. They flat out told him, we're not guaranteeing you minutes, because why would we? Do you know what I mean? And they said the same thing to Arda. They said the same thing to Endrick, bro. Carlo came out and said, I'm not here to develop players, bro. Like, I'm here to win trophies. Bro, like, he made it abundantly clear he's not going to play players.
Listen, Arda Güler, go get some football, bro. Because I want to see these players playing. I want to see Arda Güler, play at a different club. So then I get to watch another club for him play week in, week out in another team. Whether it's a Juventus, whether it's a Milan, whether it's, I don't know, like another club. You feel me? Like where he's playing consistently. I'm like, you know what? That's what I want to see. I don't want to see Real Madrid monopolize so many players at once here. And it's like, you don't really get to see them. Even Brahim Diaz. I want to see Brahim Diaz play for another club.
Yeah, I want to see them playing football. Facts.
You want to see them playing football, bro. You don't want to see them just hoard all this talent and then you're like, even Rodrigo. I want to see Rodrigo play on the left at another club.
Yeah, or down the middle.
Or down the middle somewhere where you're like, you know what, Rodrigo. I'm actually seeing the best of Rodrigo. But then Real Madrid are never going to let you do that because it's like they'll hit you with a spreadsheet saying, yo, look what we've done for you. Do you know what I mean? They'll say, yo, look what we've done for your family and that. We got you from the favelas and that. You know what I mean? We looked after you. And they'll try and guilt trip them. You feel me? Like they'll say, we're not giving you money now to your family and that, or we used to give free tickets and that. Do you know what I mean? They'll guilt trip you, bro. And that
their man can't move. Their man can't move. So I don't know. With that from River Plate, listen, I'm not fussed. You know them, man. I'm not fussed.
He's a special talent. You know what's about? I'll give you a good start.
I don't know, bro. Saeed, I keep getting conned by these special talents, man. Matoma was a special talent like 2 seasons ago. You know them, this player's got a degree in fucking, you know what I mean, in step overs and that. Bro, listen me with all that shit, man. Most of these ballers are not special, Saeed. I'll be honest. Like Ryan Cherky is special. Like
I know. I would get Ryan Cherky, of course.
He's special. A lot of these other men are not special, bro. A lot of these men, are just in a moment, bro. You know them ones. Them man are gonna end up with what's his name? Kelsey won that flipping buy no fucking kittens. He's rubbish as well. He's another guy that's in a moment, bro.
He's going Chelsea, man.
He's rubbish, mate. These men are moments players, bro. That's what they're just in a moment. They're rubbish, man.
He's all right.
Nico Williams, rubbish. All these guys are rubbish. He's rubbish, bro.
Rants.
He's rubbish, bro. Like, bro, listen. Even if he scores against us, they don't make him good, you know.
Bro, listen. Let's not slander. Let's slander all the players.
By shit players every week, Saeed. We're Man United. Like,
we should. Yeah, we like I said. But you know what's good? I'll give you a good start about this guy. This guy was playing tennis 3 years ago. You know, he was this actual tennis player, that Argentinian kid. Yeah, tennis player 3 years ago. Then he let it go to pursue football.
No way.
Mad stat, bro. He was actual professional tennis player, and then he gave it up to play football. It's mad. So,
I don't know if the top Reds will like him, man. He's not football through and through, mate. You know them. I don't know if you'll fit in here.
Watch out for Argentina, though, the talent, bro. I don't think we should miss this opportunity. They've got this guy that Man City have got now. What's his name, guys? I don't know what his name is. Have you seen that Nico Paz guy now? That one plays for Como. They've got this guy called Zubi Bear, I think it is, or something like that. And he's talented as well. I'm telling you now, Argentina are producing talent. And Echeverri. I would take a punt with these guys, bro. I'm telling you. Brazil have got their own thing going on as well with what's my man called? What's his name? The one that's going to Esteval. So there's a new kind of South American feel now, man. And I wouldn't miss this opportunity for 45 million euros. I can't lie, bro. It's not you're not doing a madness to get them over the line. So I can see you're a bit.
Mate, I don't even know, bro. Listen, I think he's got qualities, but if you offer me this guy or Tyler Diblin, I'm taking Tyler, mate. You know,
that's what you know, though, innit? That's what you know.
Yeah, but bro, better the devil you fucking know, mate.
Yeah,
You know the ones there, like,
right.
bro. Look, most of these Argentinian wonder kids don't turn out to be anything, bro. You know how many new Messis and new Neymars and new Ronaldinhos and new Ronaldos I've seen, bro. Man, remember Alexander Pato and them man there, bro. I've seen this a million times, brother. I've seen this song so many times, mate.
Pato should have had a career,
I've
man.
seen it so many times, man. Do you know, I'm tired of this. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, man, I'm gonna tell me about this guy's the next Recruitment.
We said it though. We said it. It's about the name, though, isn't it?
But brother, he's gonna be the next Recruitment, and then in 3 years, he's playing for Osasuna, bro. This is what's gonna happen.
Yeah. Facts.
Come on, bro. Like, I'm not there. This Argentinian brother looks cold, but to be honest, the league's dead, innit? So it's like man are supposed to be doing this. It's like Esteval is gonna turn up in England looking like Steve, bro. You know them ones. There's a possibility that happens.
Bro, you know what? Do you reckon he's gonna light it up? Because he looks very lightweight, yeah. He looks like, and he's got to adapt and he's got to be given time, yeah. But bro, to come into a Premier League at 18, yeah, like he needs time, you know. Like Chelsea fans, they better not think he's gonna come in and do a madness, you know.
Talking about this, you like he's Robinho, bro. So
he ain't no Robinho, man.
Come on,
like people need to relax on the expectation of Esteval, you know, because he's gonna have to bulk up. He's gonna have to get with the league, because bro, like you're like man like Ola Aina just bullying you, bro, and it's like, come on, bro, you gotta relax, man. It's not always about this player, that player. So
Eric Lamela, bro, was a wonder kid. You man remember Eric Lamela?
Yeah.
Man scored 2 Rabonas on that, bro. You still, bro. Listen, Eric Lamela was a scrub that used to give you one amazing moment every like 2 seasons.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like Eric Lamela was a wonder kid.
He did that time, that remember?
Yeah, but that's what I mean. We done one from outside the box. He done a Rabona through someone's legs. Do you know what I'm saying? Man has seen what's his name as well. That Brian Hill, bruv, that they signed as well. He was meant to be a sick baller.
Brian Hill. You know what? Yeah. Who
the fuck's Hill, bro? Do you know what I'm saying? Looking like he's in a Beatles tribute act, bruv. These young South American players that are supposed to be crazy. They don't turn out to be that. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the reality. Most of these guys do not turn out to be who you think they're gonna be, bro, because they're shitting on their league, bro. Like, but they don't turn out to be who you think they're gonna be, bro. Like, I wouldn't risk big money on any of these players, bro. Like, not these, man, because it's a proper false image, bro.
But you got to remember, I also think, you can also say that the league maybe ain't set up for players like that. Maybe
there you go. That's another reason not to sign them.
Yeah. The league ain't set up like, because you then have to be patient with them developing, but then you've also spent money on them. You then have to understand that the league is physical and it's not going to give. You might not see the best attributes of them in that league, but then you take them to another league, and then all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying? Like they're the best 6 size spread, bro, and that's.
But this is why when I said I'd rather take Tyler Diblin. That's why, because I know what he can do here.
I think Xavi shagged him, though. I think Xavi shagged him. I can't lie. Xavi messed around with him. Was he ever good enough? I don't know.
Nah, bro, that boy couldn't even do kick-ups at his unveiling, blood. I watched the unveiling, bro. Man couldn't even do kick-ups. Fuck me, bro. As soon as I saw that, I was like, bro, what's wrong?
You got stage fright.
Stage fright.
You got stage fright.
I could never be too scared to be able to do kick-ups. Do you know what I'm saying, bro? You can have a gun to my head, I can do kick-ups. Do you know what I'm saying? Man couldn't do kick-ups. Hey, bro, as soon as I saw that, I was like, this is crazy work.
Yeah, when you see that, you're like, yeah, man, that's long, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it is, you know what it is, but it's like Billy Jr., really and truly. Like, it took him how long, really, to settle into the.
But this is why you let these Brazilians go to another country first, and then you buy them after. You know, you go and buy Douglas Luiz from fucking Shakhtar. And Willian, you let these men go to
Europe.
What?
That's a big boy point, you know.
Yeah, you let them go to Europe first, cut their teeth, and then you sign them. You don't sign them first. Do you know what I mean? Because when you sign them first, they're dusty at the beginning.
Or Portugal.
Somewhere else. Let them go somewhere
Portugal. Because I remember Ramirez, there was bare bad boys, even David Luiz that side for Chelsea. They all came from like Portugal and that. You go there, and then you kind of say, cool. Let's say something now. You feel me? Like, let's do something now. So you're kind of right, you know that. But this is the thing, though, man. Now it's about just buying the best talent, bro, and then like it's almost like a power thing, bro.
But you know why that is?
You want to play them? It's a power thing.
There's so little ready-made players, available in football that we've gaslit ourselves into believing that we need to buy talent now. But the reality is, there's not many ready-made players that are worth spending that money on. So we're forced to go and sign potential. We're forced to. People are going on like, yo, like we found a cheat code. We're gonna sign players before they become. But most of these man, they're just not at the level that, like, bro. How many strikers in world football right now? If I gave you 100 million, yeah, you would go and buy them, and you would say, yo, it's money well spent.
Not many. Not many.
How many? 100 million, yeah. How many? I mean, you don't put in the chat. If I give you 100 million, how many strikers could you go and spend 100 million on and not feel like you got bumped?
Yeah. No, you're
how
right.
Many?
And I don't think Isak would get you 100 million. That's the baddest thing about it.
bro, exactly. Isak's not a 100 million striker for me. Do you know what I mean? And not only is he not an 100 million striker, but you couldn't get him for 100 million because they'd want more.
Yeah, they want more. That's what I was going to say.
You see what I mean? More. Whereas before, do you know what I mean? You had a younger Harry Kane, you had a Benzema, you had a Suarez. Do you know what I'm saying? You had a Lewandowski. Like all these guys, you would spend 100 M's on, and you'd be like, you know what? If I spend 100 M's on Suarez, I'm getting 100 M's. Like, bro, these strikers now, you're better off going and buying a young striker like a Delap, because the truth is, if you go and spend 70 million on a proven striker and they don't bang, you look like a dickhead. You might as well have spent 30 million.
30 million, and then you could buy another one as well if you need to. You know what I'm saying to you? We effed up by buying Højlund for 72 million, bro. Yeah, I mean, rather than going and getting cheap options at the time, but then knowing that, yo, you've got options to buy more players if you need to next summer. You know, you don't have to feel like, oh, I've got to make sure this one works because we spent a lot of money on it. You feel me?
This is it. We're getting linked to Gyökeres again, yeah, because Gyökeres is the first choice of this manager. But Gyökeres is one of the best strikers in Europe on paper. He ain't worth 100 mil.
You see, a guy broke it down. Do you see the guy that broke it down about Gyökeres?
No,
basically a lot of them are penalties. He said that he's not really scored against the big teams.
So he's a flat track bully. He's doing the Lukaku thing.
Yeah, basically doing the Lukaku thing. And he said basically to be careful. Someone get the tweet up if you can, because I'll read it in like.
I don't want Gyökeres anyway. Like, I'd rather they go and get.
A lot of penalties, a lot of play. The teams he scored against the thingy, but then again, he has got a lot of Champions League goals, which you can never like disregard, and that like he's done well in that league. But the thing is, though, they keep saying that like 1 minute it's awesome and it's a manager's favorite, 1 minute it's Gyökeres. Like I think the newspaper they're just trying to write.
You know what it is with Gyökeres? You know what it is. I believe that Gyökeres would always be open to coming to Man United if they have Champions League football. I don't think he wants to play for Amorim. I don't think he wants to play for Amorim so much that he would play for him no matter what. You know,
no matter what. No.
I don't get that.
He scored the goals himself, bro.
Yeah, but the fact he couldn't even convince Quenda to come, that tells me that, you know what I'm saying? These men ain't really trying to run through a big wall to play for, man.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, you got to respect yourself on those that, you know what, you got an entourage to be like, yo, yeah, the manager might want me, but bro, man, you scored them goals yourself, bro. Why are you going to limit your options just to say you want to please the manager? That don't make sense at all. So you're saying, oh, you know what? I'm gonna stay because the manager might this. Like, bro, you go and make your own career, bro. Do you know what I mean? It's not always go and play for that manager, bro. You feel me? So I feel like for me, he scored them goals. He's actually earned his career as well. He's gone from Coventry all the way up to the Premier League. So let him do his thing, bro. So I don't necessarily want Gyökeres, and I think that the price, I think it might be 65, 70 million. You could go get Delap, and then you could go and get Thingy as well for that price.
This is the point. You can get Delap and Cherky for that money.
There you go, man. Go get Cherky. It's right there.
You could get Cherky and Delap, for the Gyökeres money. And I'd say that's money way better spent than going and paying 70 million for a striker, that you're not guaranteed, a certain number of goals, because you're just not really, like, even when you break down the numbers of a lot of these strikers, that they're not guaranteed to improve this Man United team, because there's so many things that we need to improve around that. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, there's so much around the striker that we need to improve, that bringing in just the striker and not targeting the root cause of our inefficiencies is not it's not going to be good for the striker, because it will frustrate them,
Facts.
And it's not good for the team because we have bigger problems.
Facts. We do. We have teething issues at this football club, bro. Like, and the strikers they're almost the icing on the cake in regard, because the ball will go in the back of the net. You feel me? Like one way or the other. But our build up, our structure, the way we set off, the way we attack, it's not great, bro. And that there, and I actually seen that the guy that was breaking it down on TikTok here, and I was like, bro, this is something that we all know. Like, our midfielders don't operate the way they should do. The fullbacks are not high enough.
Which one are you talking about? The brother that brought out the tactics board that Musa tagged me in?
Yeah. And I was like, bro, like I kind of already knew that, because at the end of the day, it's like we're seeing that this team ain't really attacking the way it should be. And we're allowing teams to press us. You see the way that Bournemouth were easily just pressing us, bro. It wasn't even like an amazing press. It was literally just go man for man, bang, pressure, hunt them down, and then, bro, win the ball back. And that's all they did.
Yeah, but if you look, but this is why I said, when you look at like PSG yesterday and Arsenal, this is why I said why I would be, if I was Manchester United, I would just be recruiting high-level footballers, because when you've got high-level technical footballers, you don't need to teach them to do certain things. If you look at the goal we conceded against Bournemouth, it was a basic press that anyone semi-press resistant just turns and goes past it. Hakimi was doing it yesterday. You play the ball into Hakimi without thinking, he's just dropping the shoulder, going around the outside, and he's gone. Like, there's no, you know what I'm saying? There's no need to even use anyone. He's getting out of these problems himself. The problem is when you've got Onana playing it to Shaw, who's not press resistant, then forcing it to Doue, who's not press resistant, and you've just got two players that are just running in straight lines at you. It's not like you're being surrounded and there's nowhere to go. Someone running straight at you and you don't know how to deal with that kind of pressure. It shows me that you're not even average when it comes to competence on the ball. You're not even average.
Not even average, bro.
So bring in players that have a certain technical level. If you raise the technical floor of the team, you improve the team tenfold, bro.
Tenfold, bro.
This is the problem.
Yeah, and this is the thing, though. That I don't know what the manager's trying to. My thing is, what is the manager trying to prioritize in this team, bro? I don't really know. Like, I
don't know, bro. Because we're not prioritizing defense because we're conceding loads. We're not prioritizing attack because he's not picking attacking players and we're not scoring. Like, I don't know what he's trying to prioritize, bro. He said he wanted to prioritize the Europa League and he wanted to play the kids, and then he starts a starting 11 with no young players in it. So,
no young players, no one from the academy, nothing, bro. You know what I'm saying to you? So I think he's under pressure, bro. I said he's very, very much a guy that when he goes to bed, he's thinking about things and he makes a last minute decision on the day to be like, you know what, this is what we're doing now. I've scrapped what I said. Yeah, you can't really do that as a coach, because then it goes into your team. That kind of almost panic behavior, it transpires into your team, because then they don't know what to do with the ball. They then don't know how to receive information now, because they're like, hold on a minute, we've been told to do this and now we're doing this. It don't make sense. So it really, really, and we got lucky, you know, with that red card, that was the reason why we got that goal, because then they defended.
Same with Leon as well.
Same with Leon as well. You know what I mean? And this is why I'm like, bro, we've got to have a plan against Bilbao. We have to, bro. If we don't have a plan against Bilbao,
what do you think the plan's gonna be, though? Because when do we ever look like we have a plan, Saeed?
Without Xerxes out, bro, I don't know, bro. I'll be real with you, man. Ahmad is back. That's good news. But I still think, though, it's like
there's a lot rushing him back.
Yeah, really and truly. But he's having to now, because you know what I mean. He's like, yo, we don't have anything right now. You know what I mean? So the plan is that because of the Doue injury, that's now sped up. Ahmad is probably told Ahmad, yo, hurry up now. We got to keep things moving now. So that's now had to sped it up a little bit. But I don't really see him starting tomorrow anyway, Ahmad. Yeah, he might come off the bench and do something. So the first team that plays out there will be playing majority of the game, because the manager is very slow with substitutions. That team that you've seen for the past how long will probably start the game again. You'll see Mazraoui on the right wing back row. You'll see Delit probably come back in there. You'll see Maguire and Lenny Euro. Two in midfield will be Ugarte and Casemiro. And it'll be Bruno Garnacho and Højlund up front. That's what it'll be. You know what I mean? It's a team that don't really concede goals. They're structured well.
Claudius was telling me all about it. When I saw the numbers, I was like,
it's ridiculous, bro.
You might be fucked, mate.
I think it's long, man. You know what I mean? I'm believing for the sake of believing, but really and truly, it's like, bro, like them man have got the hunger of like PSG, you know. PSG have got the hunger of, yo, we want to do this without our Galacticos. These guys have got the hunger because it's their home ground that the finals being held at, bro.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, you don't need more incentive to win the game. Yeah.
And can our players hack that? Can our manager understand that? Can he sense the urgency? I don't know, man. But this is where the season, you know, this is literally it right now. So if you don't do something now, it's khalas, bro. And then the season is the worst season ever.
Yeah, but then these same Man United fans are saying that we should give him a transfer window, bro. Like, bro, even this comment here, you can't judge Amorim. He doesn't have his players. To every Manchester United fan,
you still can judge him.
Yeah, bro. To every Man United fan that believes this bollocks, yeah, ask yourself this: if Man United go and win the Europa League, by that measure, that means we give Amorim no credit because these are not his players.
Yeah, what was that again, sorry?
Bruv, we don't give them any credit. We don't give Amorim credit. If we go and win the Europa League, we don't give him credit. It's only fair because they're not his players.
Oh, so you're saying because then yeah, okay, in that regards when that's what you're trying to, okay, I get.
Yeah, but bro, these are the same players that won trophies for the last two managers or the last two seasons. So that means if we win,
we beat Bilbao. We beat Bilbao.
It doesn't matter, Saeed. They're not his players. So how can you give him credit for winning the game? Do you understand? Because if you can't blame him for losing the game, then how can you give him credit for winning it? It doesn't make sense, bro.
I agree.
You can't have it both ways. So if we can't judge him, if we can't judge his results based on the fact that these are not his players, then if we win the Europa League, they should give the trophy to Ten Hag. They should.
You know what I would say though? I think
but do you understand what I'm saying though? Don't you think that's fair? If we win Europa League, give Ten Hag the trophy.
I don't think Ten Hag deserves anything, but yeah.
No, Ten Hag should lift the trophy if we win it, bro, because they're not Amorim's players, so he shouldn't get a medal.
Bring him to the ceremony and that. Now, I listen. All in all, like, don't get me wrong. Like, Amorim is very, very much under pressure. Like, and I made it very, very clear. Like, if he was to be sacked, yeah, there wouldn't be any excuses because in the day, it's been a horrendous season. So I see both sides, bro. I really do, and I think for me, ultimately, does he keep his job in spite of the Europa League? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what the Jim Ratcliffe and them are thinking of. I don't know what they're doing. You know, I don't know what their kind of plan is. I think they're kind of almost they kind of, when I look at them, they look like their thought process and that they look very serious, man. So I don't know whether they've seen enough for him to back him even more. I don't know. You don't know. You can't really kind of sense what they're gonna do because they've sacked Ashworth out of nowhere, bro. And they said it didn't work and the chemistry wasn't right. And they said that they didn't want to make a mistake of, yo, cool, we don't want to prolong it as well. That's what they said. He said it in his interview. So he can talk all the talk and say, yeah, cool, you know, we want to give this guy time and that. And I can see him say that, but we don't know what goes on behind the scenes, man. We don't know. You know, so we'll see. We'll see. But for me, this game here is certified must win. Anyone who doesn't think it's must win, shout out Grizz. Anyone who doesn't think it's must win is ridiculous, bro. This is embarrassing. If we don't win this year and Tottenham end up winning it, you get me? Or whatever happens, bro, we can't be seen outside, man. I'm telling you.
It's crazy, bro. But, bro, like I said anyway, it's not on the manager, it's on the players. If we lose, it's the players' fault. If we win, then the players want us the trophy, bro. We cannot judge this manager because they're not his players. Therefore, he deserves absolutely no credit for what we could potentially do. This is it. Now, you can't be this, I'm Team Amorim, and all of a sudden it's, oh, yeah, look, he won us a trophy. No, he didn't. Because it's not his fault that we can't win back-to-back games in the league. So how did he win us the trophy?
Yeah, man. Still no back-to-back wins. Crazy,
man. How did he win us the trophy?
Wolves have won the 6 games in a row, man. It's crazy they done you, man. How have they done that, by the way? 6 games in a row. Bloody hell. That is madness, man. Flipping hell.
Sounds like coaching, mate.
Yeah, well.
Sounds like coaching. I'll be honest, because people can say, oh, look at the teams they've played. But, bro, those are teams that we've played and we've dropped points.
No, we're not doing that as well. We're not, bro, we probably struggle to beat anyway. So we can't use that excuse. Yeah, we've had teams where but Bournemouth have been on the beach for the past couple of weeks. I think Bournemouth have got like one win in the last 6-7 games. Like they've been poor. You know, they're not been a great team as of like late because they fell below what their achievement was at getting to Europe. They're probably not going to get into Europe now, and we should have got in there with a bit more intent, and we didn't. You know what I'm trying to say? There's been teams like Wolves and other teams like that have been on the beach and they've found their form. So you've got to understand that these teams here, like you've got to be beaten and having a sense of urgency, bro. You know what I mean? And this is where for me, the more we don't win games in the Premier League here, the more pressure. Even though there's already pressure here for Amarin to win the Europa League, because you then have a backlog of results here and losses where when you don't win the Europa League, you look at,
bro, you start in retrospect, you start looking back and it looks worse.
Yeah, you start looking at it like your end of year report and that.
Yeah.
The grades, but then you go back home and you start to analyze the report and you're like, right, this is what
it's a horrible watch, bro. It's a horrible read, Saeed. At the end of the season, when you go backwards and you look at the games that we lost, how we lost them.
Metrics.
Yeah, bro. When you look at the amount of goals we conceded, do you know what I mean? When you actually go backwards, and you look at all of these things in isolation, because we've got something to play for at the moment, they don't look as bad.
No. But this is what they did with Ten Hag, though. They didn't look at it as bad. We won the Europa League, won the FA Cup, and then obviously everything got brushed under the carpet. Then it was being given to the start of next season.
But also, their excuse for the Ten Hag thing was that we never had a team in place, and we wanted to give him more time because we weren't sure if his failings were to do with the players that he had, the squad, the previous regime, or if it was him as a coach. They said they wanted to give him the benefit of the doubt, bro. I think now we've got people in place. I don't think it's up for debate whose fault it is, bro.
Yeah.
There's too many managers that have come into the league at the same time as him or after him and outperformed him for us to be using that same excuse, bro. It's lazy.
Yeah, no, I agree. Man. I agree. Listen, I think you would assume they'd be competent this time, bro. And it shouldn't be to the fans' decision whether people stay or go. Like, this is the problem, man. It's always United, isn't it, that we have this idea where we've got to do this constant battle between our fans and things just don't get dealt with it in a competent manner. You know, when you just like, sometimes in life here, when things get done and then quickly the process is kind of done quickly, like you don't have time to dwell on the past.
That was the same with Chelsea. Like, loads of people didn't particularly want Poch sacked, but you know what? They sacked him so quick, man couldn't even argue anyway. He was just gone.
You couldn't argue anyway. All of a sudden, Maresca comes in, bang, you've got to back Maresca. You feel me? Even the Klopp thing. Look how quick they announced Arne Slot. You know what I mean? Like, they didn't even allow Liverpool to even like get emotional. They got emotional for about a week.
And then boom,
all of a sudden, Arne Slot got announced, and then boom, they backed him. Klopp made a song, and then all of a sudden, they found the reward. So sometimes it's about understanding that when you do sack a manager, cool. I might not like it. A lot of the people who want Amarin to stay might not like it. But if you do things quickly and you don't allow time to be like, okay, but we should have gave him time. No, you bring someone else in, you get their proper recruitment, and you say, we go again. You act like a proper club. Because all these clubs, you think like PSG and all these guys don't sack managers, bro. Bayern Munich sack managers.
PSG been sacking.
What they do though, Rants, is though, they make sure that when they do get the replacement, it's done swiftly, and then they go in straight away, and the fans are like, you know what? There's no point moaning now. We have to get on with it. And you do. Football moves so quickly, man. You have to get on with it. This is why I said I'll never get emotionally involved about managers and whatnot, because I'm like, it's that time now where we have to realize what we are now as a club.
Yeah, we have to make these managers earn, our support.
Yeah, you have to earn, You have to earn your stripes. And ultimately, as a football club, we're not a long-term club. We haven't got what's that club? Alex Ferguson anymore.
Yeah.
We're seeing Liverpool now win a league with a manager who's come into this first year. And
this is a similar squad to the one that finished below Ten Hag.
They're probably gonna get 21 now, bro. Like us having loyalty, it might come at a price. And as soon as you see things happening, materializing in football. You start seeing other teams. Like last night, I was like, bro, we got to be in the Champions League, man. Bro, like that should be where United should be, man. We shouldn't be like watching no European football next year. That could be scary. That where there's literally spectators next year, where we're not even in Europe at all. Yeah. That's unacceptable for United, bro.
Crazy. Now you're spot on. This super chat is spot on as well, bro. Look at Spurs' positive goal difference. That's why when people are talking about, one of the guys put in the chat, you can't blame the manager for players missing chances, bro. Players for every team miss chances, bro. Like I literally watched the Liverpool game. I watched Mo Salah miss 5 1-on-1s, and Liverpool still won like 4-0 or something like that, bro. Like, why are we pretending that teams are not missing chances? And like everyone's missing chances. The difference is we don't create enough to not regret missing our chances. There's not a team on the planet here who don't miss chances, bro. Man, watch Barca miss chances. Man, watch bare teams miss chances.
Bro. Yesterday we seen PSG miss about 2 or 3 big
chances. Bro, PSG hit the crossbar. The Barcola shot that was at the goalkeeper, man. The Doue shot at the keeper. The Barcola one he dragged wide. The penalty they never got as well. The last ditch challenge from Saliba. All of these things could have been goals. There was that's 4 or 5 like that. That's not including the goals. Not including the goal. Do you know what I'm saying? So we're looking at that. This is what happens in a match, bro. That I can't watch a Man United game and recall 6-7 chances that we could have scored and didn't score. No, bro. It's always one chance that Garnacho fucked, bro. Like, we can't just be like, oh, yeah, Garnacho missed that one chance. Bro, all his other 8 shots were off target.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like this is what I'm saying. Man United are creating like 2 chances a game, and then we're saying, we're not clinical. Bro, scoring 2 from 2 is not realistic every week.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
it's not realistic every week. Like even when they talk about the Martinelli chance, the reason why man are going to talk about that chance is because they didn't really create anything clear cut other than that. There was even a header as well from Marquinhos where he should have done better. The one that Thingy lifted the ball into him, the right back Hakimi, and Marquinhos headed it straight at the keeper. Remember? That might have been the first half at the beginning of the game.
Yeah.
And he headed it straight at the goalkeeper, bro. If he heads that into the corner, he probably scores. He headed it straight at the keeper. Like they had chances, bro. Like Man United are not creating chances like that to say, 7-8 chances. Look at all the chances we missed. We're clutching at straws.
We are. You know what it is though? We don't have the quality of chances that people are talking about as well.
There you go.
We're talking about block shots and that by Mason Mount and like this and that. And also, when people look at the XG, for example, that will be from that one Garnacho chance because it's basically a chance where it's basically, bro, like, come on, the quality of chance is so high there. And then it takes the XG, inflates the XG. So this is what I'm trying to, like, we don't really have an amount of, we don't look at Højlund and think, Højlund should have really bagged today about a hat-trick or something like that today.
How many times do we create chances that they're harder to miss, bro? Because that's what, for me, what creating proper chances are. It's harder to miss.
Yeah, it's harder to miss than score. Yeah, you're right. And the Bruno one was wide? You know what I mean? So it's like, I hear what people are trying to say, like, cool. But I think if you look at every manager we've had, we can say the same thing about every manager. Ole, the players didn't take their chances. Ten Hag, the players didn't take their chance. Like, bro, like, we can say this about everyone. But why are we getting to that point now where we're thinking like that, bro? Like, it's like,
lazy, bro.
It is lazy analysis. I believe it is lazy. There's so much to this team that you just can't look and be like, it's about certain individuals and they're not doing this and that, bro. It's the whole collective, bro. It really is, man. Like, we're not as a team collectively great, if I'm being honest with you, bro.
We're not.
And that's down to coaching and obviously individual qualities as well. So
that's our biggest problem. Like, until we improve collectively as a team, standing there and looking at individuals, like, bro, it's a waste of time, mate.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, the team structure needs to improve.
We don't rate them as well. We don't rate half of them as well. That's the thing, man.
Well, there you go. And that's what I mean. And we're not supposed to. But then with that same breath, a system gets more out of these players. Like, when you look at Liverpool, Ryan Gravenberch wasn't playing last season, under the previous manager. He stepped in and he saved Liverpool a lot of money because he's playing a position that is probably not his most natural position, but he stepped in and he's doing a job there, bro.
Yes, I agree.
That's the difference, bro. But the system has enabled him to be able to do that, and his managers identified he's got certain qualities that lends well to playing in that position. And now it's almost he's like a new signing for them. Like that's what managers, good coaches are supposed to be able to do. They're supposed to see something in a player and identify things and say, yo, like, I don't have my players. I didn't get Zubamendi, but I'm going to use Ryan Gravenberch here. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, Arne Slot wasn't sitting there complaining, saying, oh, you know what, fuck it, we don't have a 6, so I'm just going to keep using Endo, even though I don't want him, to make an example. No, he just used someone else there. You know what I mean? And this is the problem. Like,
he didn't really play Endo as well. Like, he might not even play Endo.
Play Endo, bro. Like, he's made a point. He's made a point of not playing the youth. Do you know what I'm saying? Because he's like, even though you bought him as a 6, I'd rather play someone that's an 8 or a 10 there because I don't like him. Do you know what I mean? And this is what a proper coach does, man. So complaining, saying Amorim don't have his players when he easily could have played attackers at wing back. He could have played Anthony there. Could have played Garnacho there. He played Ahmad there. Whether he wanted to or not, he could have played attacking wing backs and it would have made us more dangerous immediately. But he's chosen to play defenders there. So he's made his bed and no excuses should be made. No excuses should be made for him because he hasn't made the most of what he has.
I think ultimately that, and this is where, for me, my worry is, if we do end up, obviously, we go next season, when we go into our tough period, how do we react then? Because it's all good and well saying, right, cool, we're in a tough period now and he's blameless and whatever. Cool, I get that, but I also think, like, when we are in that tough period next season, how do we go about it? Because we can't be affording to lose two free losses. You can't. Like, we really realistically next season can only have one loss in our first 5 games, if that, bro. You feel me? Like, we need to be going on a run, bro. We need to be going on a run.
That's assuming that he's still here.
If he's still here, we need to be seeing better style of football. We need to be seeing an evolution of what we're playing. We can't be seeing the same stuff happening again. Seeing the first goal again. You know what I mean? All these things here, we can't be having the same topics and talking points next season. There has to be new talking points if there is. There has to be something else what we got to talk about.
Yeah, 100%. A man said that Sporting he had one bad season, bro.
That is a
yeah, but what was the bad season? Like I said, he went into a team that was averaging a 3rd place finish in the league. Yeah, so a bad season for Sporting is instead of finishing 3rd, finishing 4th. This brother had us like flirting with relegation. It's not comparable. Like,
I mean, it's not comparable. What he's trying to say is, in that season though, he got rid of so many players, and it was like almost like a fresh start.
Yeah, but you're not going to get that at Man United.
Basically,
you're not going to do that at Man United. You're not going to bring in 7 players at Man United, and also the spending power of all the other teams around us as well, bro. At Sporting, you only need to worry about Benfica.
2 players, 2 teams.
Yeah, you need to worry about Benfica and Porto. You're not going to get outspent by Braga and teams like that. You're not going to get outspent by these teams. So you don't have competition, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like, we're in for Cunha, but bro, Nottingham Forest put in a bid for him.
I know. That's what I'm saying. This is the trenches, man. This is dog out here, bro. This ain't no joke in the Premier League, man.
Ain't Sporting, my brother.
Teams will humble you. Teams will, you know what I'm saying? And also at United, and I don't, like I said to you, this is more on an Ineos thing than rather than him, but I don't know if Ineos are going to make these tough decisions of taking players out. You know what I'm saying? So these players, like you're trying them, man, are being given contracts, and it's difficult to kind of take them out of their contracts, man. You know what I mean? Because of bad things that have happened in the previous ownership. Feel me? So it's difficult.
No, facts only. Guys, make sure you run up these lights as well, man. We're like 12 subs away from 10K on the Clips channel. So make sure we get that. We should get that 10K today, man. There's no reason. I know out of the nearly 2,000 of you lot in here, there's got to be 12 of you lot that ain't subbed to the Clips channel. The link is pinned in the chat. Make sure you subscribe to that. You know what I mean? Help us hit that milestone, man. It's been lit. Big up, obviously, Said, for passing through. We're going through to Mandem Talk now. Let them know what's coming up, my bro.
Yeah, man. We're gonna delve into the Bilbao game, man. You know what I mean? More so. So yeah, man. We're gonna be doing that. And yeah, just get going. Go there, like the video when you tune into the Man Them Talk. Like the video here, though, man. Like, I don't know, we should have 1,000 likes, really.
Yeah, we should have. We're only on just over 500, guys. Like, you know what I mean? There needs to be a minimum of 800 people. You know what I'm saying?
Like, likes up, man. You know what I mean? Support the people, man. Support the Man Them. And yeah, man, lit show, Man Them Talk. And then later on, man, we got the Barcelona game. I'm sure Rant's covering that as well.
Yeah, Barcelona for sure.
Yeah, so good football, man. And then we got our game tomorrow. So, boy, it's gonna be an interesting week. Tell you that. So yeah, man, love each and every time, people.
No, facts. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, man, big up everyone inside. You already know what time it is. Make sure you drop a Rants raid in the Man Them Talk chat, and we'll see you guys.